guys to work with me and do a sound test. Tell me if my guest is as loud as I am.
And this is me helping with that sound test. Am I as loud as V?
I guess we'll see. I was telling my guest that the reason I'm late is because my son decided to put something in his mouth. And it required for me to be like Hercules, prying open the jaws of the beast. And then I commented on the fact that why are babies, like, constantly, every single thing they do is, like, trying to kill themselves. Like, if it's not putting something in their mouth that's dangerous, it's going on a ledge, it's trying to pull something from up top that's heavy. How is the human race even surviving when that thing happens constantly when we're young?
It's just stubbornness, dude. We just are too stubborn.
I guess.
You know? That's what it is.
It's the
we
natural
survive.
selection. Well, you know what? Maybe the British government can help. Like, maybe they can make a robot that goes into your house and spies on everything just to make sure that your kids are safe, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they would be all for that. It would only watch the kids, of course.
Of course.
Not you.
Obviously. You
Yeah,
know
of
what they
course.
should do? No. Seriously, like, imagine this. The robot confiscates all of your cutlery from your house.
Oh, okay.
You know
yeah.
they would
And just
fucking do
keeps
this.
it. And it feeds you. The robot feeds you instead.
Yes.
Safer.
Yes. And like, because Britain has actually a law against carrying knives. Like, are you aware of that?
I mean, yeah, with the certain population that's come in there and caused the knife problem. Yeah, I would imagine they have that.
Yeah, so, like, they have a cutlery ban. They arrested the guy for having a potato peeler.
Great.
You didn't know that?
Thank God they're there.
There
No,
was
I
another
didn't.
guy that had a Zelda replica. He had a Zelda replica sword, right? A fidget spinner. And the police were like, citizen, you are posing a great danger to our safe environment. And they actually arrested the guy.
I mean, they'll arrest you if you make someone just feel a little nervous online. They don't mess around.
Yeah, I know. But like, can you imagine this, right? Like, imagine that your father goes out, right? Like he's going out to the pub or some shit. And then he gets arrested. Gets, like, what, like 6 months in prison. Gets fired from his job because, like, no one wants to keep a convict on. And obviously, like, he can't show up for work. Family devastated. All of that for the price of safety.
I mean, wouldn't you trade everything for safety?
Absolutely. I would. I would. Especially when Keir Starmer is watching. Zlixia Doppelganger, thank you for the $5. I want to do things to Anita that would horrify Vlad the Impaler, but I will ally with anyone to stop this. See, this is my mentality. We're going to talk about it. I don't know how you feel about this issue. So I'm not going to influence you first. I want more people in the chat to gather before we discuss the Anita Sarkeesian issue, because I find it absolutely fascinating. But first and foremost, like, I'm pretty sure everyone is aware that there is a lot of censorship going on the internet right now. On one hand, we got Visa and MasterCard, which started censoring shit in Japan, is now outright starting to censorship in the West, and it seems that Westerners don't like that, because Westerners actually experienced Visa and MasterCard trying to censor gun stores before. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I do remember that. People were really pushing for that one to happen.
Yeah, so a lot of politicians realized, well, there is some legislation that we want to pass, but we actually need votes and we don't have seats. And so what we can do instead, if we pressure the payment processors to drop those items, then we don't really need to pass the legislation, right? And so Visa and MasterCard were actually interested in working with that, but the pushback was so immense from the gun lobby that I think, like, now there are only, like, a couple of accessories that you can't use Visa and MasterCard to buy.
Okay.
And
so
also,
they actually did it like that? There's only certain things you can't buy in a store?
I think so.
That's
I'm not
interesting.
sure. Like, I would have to check. But what I do know is that the gun lobby isn't as affected because they require physical stores, right? So it's not like the video game industry where you have to actually go and you buy a video game. Like, with the stores, you can go and you pay in cash.
Right. Yeah, you can do that, whereas online, it's you must have some digital way to pay.
Although, here's an interesting thing. Like, I don't know how it's in America, but in Europe, if you want to buy something, I think in Romania it's more than $1,000, you have to pay through a banking system.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I don't think it's like that here. No.
No, well, then you're in luck, right? Because, like, imagine the situation where you want to buy a TV, you want to buy a refrigerator, you want to buy a car, right? And you have to get it through a bank. Well, in that case, Visa and MasterCard has a lot of power, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that they get like the big swing over the big items, huh?
Yeah, the European Union did this. I think it's in order to try and crack down on tax evasion, right? So, like, people that were putting one price and actually selling it for another and stuff like that. So, like, they want all the transfers to go through the bank.
Okay, so it's like almost like an approval process to see what you're buying is what you're really buying.
Well, you know, it's more like for the store, right? Like, imagine you're a
Yeah.
store and you're putting one price so you can pay the VAT tax for that price, but in reality, you're selling it more expensive.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So basically, they want to see the bank transfers now, allegedly to crack down on corruption. Yeah. Anyway, right, but like that got a lot of people pissed off, and like people are aware now. It's like, okay, cashless society bad, payment processors dictating everything bad. And so when this thing happened with the adult games on Steam, a lot of people got mad for different reasons. Not all of it is about adult. Some of them is literally about the principle. It's like, wait, why is the payment processor getting to decide what should and shouldn't be sold if it's legal?
Exactly. That's the key word. It's legal, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Because the thing is, like, Steam was already banning stuff that's illegal. Like, for instance, there was a very strong approval process to make sure that there's no real people involved in any of the games that are pornographic, right? So, like, they separate themselves from, like, actual real actors and stuff. They made absolutely sure that all characters are over the age of 18 and not just are mentioned to be, like, actually look, and there's nothing in the story or the plot that would suggest that a character is underage. Like, they had a very strong approval process on that. So they would literally just play the game, and they would see it. And if your game was, like, a violation in some country, like, for instance, in Germany, like, they just flat out would region block Germany for your game.
Yep.
And so, like, in my opinion, Steam was the safest place on the internet where you could buy porn. Because, number one, you had to click a box that most people didn't even know it exists. So, like, most people still didn't know that Steam has adult games. You then needed to, when you created your account, if you set your age to be underage, right? Like, you're creating your account without the interest of buying adult games. You're just, like, making a Steam account. You're buying games in your library. Well, now your account is flagged as underage, right? And so when you wanted to do that, like, the account wouldn't let you because they would say, no, we know your date of birth. You're not over age. You're not allowed.
Yeah.
And finally,
and these all make sense.
Yeah. And finally, you also needed to buy with credit card, right? Or, like, you had to pay money for the game. It wasn't just like watch, like you go on Pornhub and you just watch something. Like, you actually had to pay.
Yeah, you actually have to have some kind of, like, something attached to it in order to buy it. Exactly.
Yeah. And so basically, in my opinion, like, Steam was the safest place. Like, if you have a person that, you know, went out of their way to do all of that, then that person would also go and install a VPN, right? So, like, I think this is the best that you can do from the platform side without talking about what the parents should do. Because the parents as well, you know, like, if you have a kid, like, first of all, if he has a credit card, just watch to see where he spends the money. I mean, that's a must, right? And the second thing is, like, there are parental controls on a computer. Like, you can actually see what he's browsing. You can actually see what he's doing. If he goes and buys...
Yeah, you can actually have a Steam child account, too.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Steam-linked family accounts. You can see everything.
Yeah. I mean, if he actually buys a naughty game on Steam, you would find it. You can ask him, what the fuck is this? And so,
Sure.
Like, the idea that Steam isn't safe enough, right, is ridiculous. Because, like, compared to all the other websites, in my opinion, like, Steam was the safest. Anyway, the whole thing is, like, there was a game, which apparently, it wasn't, from my understanding, it wasn't even that good as a quality game. Like, it was something that most people didn't play. But it was called No Mercy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and this video game apparently had an actual story attached to it. It wasn't like just smooth, you know. It had like an actual story of a man that I think like gets in a divorce and his wife takes half his shit and his family abandons him or something like that. It was like I think like the developer was trying to make some statement. But the guy then snaps and goes on a rampage and starts non-consenting with these women. And this horrifies the British media. It horrifies British politicians. It horrifies Australian media. It horrifies Australian politicians. Allegedly, because what I think actually happened is that they wanted to go with this, and they were just looking for a reason.
Of course. I think so too.
Yeah, I think like the activist groups just went on Steam and tried to find like the most edgy stuff imaginable, and if this wasn't there, they would have found something else.
Well, see, the thing with that, right, is like they focus on that No Mercy game, and they celebrate their win for it getting taken down. But one, it was taken down by the developer anyway. He just did it.
Yes.
But then on top of that, there were so many other games like it, and then they were like, okay, we're all done. Like they were like, we're done with this. You're like, what is the deal with this game? Like,
no. I
make
get
much
it.
Sense.
The grift makes sense. So these activist group, the way they work, is they say we're protecting women and girls, right? Like it's a noble cause. Like you can't attack that, because if you contradict them, you're basically now against keeping women and girls safe.
Right, and if you look at like the description of like the collective shout, that's pretty much what it says. Is it's like it's protecting them from like sexual harassment, abuse. It's like, oh, that sounds good, right? Like on its face, but that's not what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're censoring.
Like, it sounds good, but what they're doing is they go after the most petty shit imaginable. Like they went after a soap commercial, I think.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The soap commercial, the buns, the bakery.
The bakery. They went after GTA. They went after another video game, Detroit, Life is Human. Like they go after the most petty things imaginable. And the reason they do it is because once they get their names in the headlines, that's when they get donations, right? Because they have like a lot of people, and there's also government grants attached. Because they're like a nonprofit organization that deals with blah, blah, blah.
It's like a fund drive. Yeah, it's like a drive for them, a fund drive. Yeah, fundraiser.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so, like, they don't really care about Steam. They don't really care about games. Like, what they care about is getting their names in the paper. And so they went after games. It's like, okay, job completed, right? And they moved away. Because they don't give a shit. Like, you can have, like, as many games as you want. They don't want the adult games gone from Steam because they don't have what to bitch about. You know, like, this is really good for them if in 5 years from now they can come back and complain about another game.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, they're always looking for something else to get attention.
Yeah.
Why do you think they went after GTA? They went after GTA a while back because of the name, the size of it.
Well,
it was to get attention to the group.
Exactly, it was popular, but on top of that, it generated controversy with the left. Like Anita Sarkeesian was talking about how this game encourages you to kill prostitutes, right? And remember how they removed the prostitutes from the game. Now, the reason they removed prostitutes from the game is because the terms of service from publishers, which are set by the payment processors. You're not allowed to depict, like, if you look at the list of stuff that Visa and MasterCard are saying, you're not allowed to depict sex trafficking. And there's another game that got in trouble with this, Ready or Not. Ready or Not is a video game where you get to play as police officers, you get to play as the SWAT leader, going into various places, you know, and stopping bad guys. And some of those places have to deal with drugs and sex traffickers. They got a worse rating than they needed in order to get on the PlayStation. And
really? Oh, yes. I didn't realize that.
Like, a lot of people didn't realize
I just heard about their...
Yeah, like you remember when Patreon started banning people, and they banned Sargon of Akkad, and they banned other speakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was because the payment processors were tightening the screws. And they were saying, like, look, this is hate speech, you're not allowed. And then they went to the artists, right? Like, all of a sudden, you see furries getting banned. And it's like, what the fuck did the furries do? It's like, well, you're not allowed to show non-consent. It's like, what the fuck is non-consent? Hypnosis. You're not allowed to show hypnosis. You're not allowed to draw hypnosis. And it's like the most... Yeah, it's like a huge list of bureaucratic things that you're not allowed to do. Now, imagine you're George R.R. Martin and you have to write Game of Thrones, right? Like, it's a masterpiece, most would consider it, right? Well, okay, you can't have incest in it. You can't have non-consent in it. You can't have any drugs in it. You can't have this, that. It becomes very difficult. It becomes sanitized, right? And when
Yeah,
everything is
so
sanitized, everything looks bland.
yeah, and so with the payment processors, and their demands against Steam, are they going to demand it to all media? Are they going to go to Barnes and Noble and be like, pull all these books out? Would they even,
they,
you know what I
they
mean? It's
even
the same.
did.
What's
Like
different?
they even did. Yes. Like there are payment processors that actually did went to books and romantica places and actually did crack down on them. Yes.
That's wild.
Yeah, but usually on internet websites, like they were kind of fringe, and usually the way they
Ah,
do it is they don't tell you, right? Because they don't want they probably hate the fact that they have the attention now. But they don't want the attention. What they want to do is like they will tell you, we have found some material on our website that goes against our terms of service. You have 24 hours to fix it.
yeah, they give you like no time at all, too. You just have to rip it down.
Yeah.
It's like itch.io. They just ripped it all down because they didn't have a way to filter it at the time. They had to go through it bit by bit.
But itch.io, I think, is like 8 people. And from my
Yeah.
understanding, they got into trouble with payment processors before for other reasons. But anyway, when your entire business is an online store, you cannot survive without payment processors. Like it's just
Yep.
impossible. Now there are other websites in Japan that use the Japanese credit bank, and they use like a point system and something else for a little while. But you do not have the money to pay for the servers and maintain the business if this is happening, right? And so they have to give in. They either have to give in or they have to close shop. Now the owner of Nexus Mods didn't give in. He just sold the website. Went fuck this. And now
Right.
whoever owns the Nexus website has to deal with it.
Yep.
Yeah, like a lot of people don't understand that. Like all of a sudden, all these websites have bizarre rules that they start banning people. They're deplatforming speakers and they're banning certain content, or like video games, like AAA games, are making bizarre decisions, like removing jokes about trans people or removing strippers and hookers. And you think it's like, well, like these companies are all got woke, and the answer is kind of yeah, like it's possible that they do have like people, but the reason you don't see companies that choose not to go woke is because in 2025, the Visa and MasterCard have updated a lot of their TOS, and most of the things that would have flown just fine in 2016, now they don't. And the interesting thing is you can't really blame Visa and MasterCard, because they will say, well, we never asked you to censor. In fact, that's what they're saying now. We don't ask you to. But their terms are so vague that you don't know where they're applying. And so if you have a video game that costs, $100 million to make, you can't take the risk. And people
Right.
overly censor.
Yeah, you have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so I mean, yeah, so with the payment processors, the way they work with Steam there, did they only get 24 hours also? I mean, that at least with Steam,
I don't know.
Everything was
well, okay, so
categorized properly.
it really depends, like, what business you are, right? Like, Steam is a juggernaut.
Yeah.
They have, like, their own legal defense department. And so, fucking with Steam is a lot worse for
Very
Visa and
different,
MasterCard
yeah.
than to mess with the itch.io. Like, itch.io is a website that a lot of people didn't even know it existed 2 weeks ago. They obviously don't have a defense department, like, a legal defense department. They're like 8 people. And so it's a lot easier to mess with them.
But they still got it over on Steam, and once they do that, all the underlings, they're going to follow suit with them as soon as they're threatened.
But yeah, I mean,
They won't stand up against it.
So, sometimes the businesses manages to push back. Like, for instance, what was it? OnlyFans managed to push back. Pornhub actually managed to push back until Steam and until Visa and MasterCard got sued by someone for facilitating. Apparently, like, there was a revenge porn video on Pornhub, and they didn't delete it down. And so the judge also allowed, I think it was Visa or MasterCard, I forgot which one was responsible for the payment, to be as part of the suit for facilitating. And it's like, well, that's kind of like blaming the electric company, for allowing lights to, it's...
That seems like such a stretch. And when you do that is when you cause this down the hill. This is the slippery slope.
Well, imagine if you go to the car company that the bank robbers used to drive there, And you say
absolutely.
that the car company is responsible for allowing bank robbers to use it as a getaway vehicle.
Well, yeah, they're trying to sue the gun companies for anyone getting killed with a gun. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
The same idea. It doesn't make sense.
They
But
actually, I
to
think
go
like
after like Visa
no, wait,
Master,
hold on. Like what you said, I think there were lawsuits like that. Like they actually did
they're
get at
trying
some
it, and
point.
then
Yeah, they
they
did
were
get the gun
trying it, and
company.
they were blocked, and they were trying to get laws passed so you could do it. I don't know if they've actually gone through or if it's state to state. But yeah,
Yeah, no, like the left, yeah, the Democrats were trying to make laws to allow
yes,
people to call the gun company to be responsible for gun deaths. And it's
right.
like, well, that's like getting rid of the Second Amendment, right? Like with one
Yeah, it is.
legislation,
The
like
same
technically
thing.
you're allowed to buy a gun, technically you're allowed to have it, but hey, if someone dies, well, they can sue the gun company. And then like what gun
Yeah.
company would still sell guns, right?
Right, exactly. That's the way to ruin them. But when you do that, you just have to apply that to everything. Then kitchen knife. I mean, just apply it to everything. It doesn't make any sense. You can't
No.
do it. So, yeah, the whole going after a payment processor because of what Pornhub did, that's stupid. It's not
Yeah.
like they know what's on there. They're just the payment processor. They're the middleman.
Yeah, no, but it's like there was like this mentality. I think it was in 2018 that if you have advertisements on someone, you're actually endorsing that person, and that
Mm.
actually happened with YouTube. The first apocalypse. There, like the way the YouTube system works is that you pay for ads, and then YouTube checks like what type of people interested in your ads would watch what videos, right? So like for instance,
Yep.
with your case, like they would put the ads on people that are interested in comic books. So you look at a comic book video, you get a Viper ad, right? And for some reason, like some of those ads went on white nationalist content. So you'd have like a Richard Spencer type figure talking with a Coca-Cola ad, right? And so like they push the idea that the public associates the fact that Coca-Cola is supporting Richard Spencer, when in reality no one thought like that. Like everyone knew that the system is randomized and the ad is just there
Right.
because that's where the eyeballs are, right?
Mhm.
Like no one associates. If you watch the 9 o'clock news and the CNN anchor talks about a murder, and then after that you skip to a Coca-Cola commercial, like no one thinks that Coca-Cola is sponsoring the murderer, right? But
But if there's a Pfizer commercial, maybe it is true.
if it's a Pfizer commercial, it absolutely is true, yes.
Yeah.
Because it's very interesting. It's like, why would you sponsor something that people are forced to take?
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, so basically once they got that locked in, then they made the idea that, well, payment processors are also sponsoring whatever business they are, right?
Yeah.
So the problem becomes, it's like, okay, the business is legal, but it's extremely immoral. It's extremely fucked up. And then like it's a gray area where basically the processors would have to say, well, we're not funding that anymore.
Yeah, and I understand, like, if there's laws that allow that to transfer, like, oh, this person's, they murdered someone and now you show you're sponsoring it, but you're not, obviously. Like, there should be some kind of escape there. It's not like, yeah, because it's not like the TV where like so and so is sponsored. It literally says sponsored by. On YouTube, it isn't. So it's just such a stretch. It's just a way to like hurt somebody.
Well, I mean,
That they try to stretch it and say, "Oh, they're sponsored by this," and
yeah,
because
well,
this ad popped up.
like it's a perfect example that you talked about guns, right? Because like buying guns in America is legal, but the payment processors can go, well, we stand against gun violence and gun deaths, so we don't want to be associated with that. Like we're really not interested in that, so we're not going to we're not going to facilitate the trade of guns anymore because like we just don't want to. That now the people will say, well, hold on a little bit, like they're private companies, right? Like why
Yeah.
should they sponsor anything? Like they're private companies. Like why can't they choose to not pay for guns? Like they don't have to. And the problem with that is that the reason there's only Visa and MasterCard is because there is so much regulations, many of which they themselves advocated for, to make it absolutely impossible for a third company to come up. It's not like out of the sphere of imagination, right? Like certain people may be able to do it. Probably the Saudis, like the royal family of Saud with Elon Musk, if they joined forces and Elon Musk bought a couple of banks here and there, sure. But like, realistically speaking, in the current system, it is next to impossible to have like a competitor for Visa and MasterCard come out. The only ones that exist are in China, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have like Discover, you have like something like Stripe, but they aren't anything in comparison in size.
I think the future might be to just ditch the credit card companies. There are like direct bank-to-bank payments that are appearing, like Pix in Brazil.
Yeah, that's way better.
I think like India has one. And yeah, like Visa and MasterCard are fuming over them. The payment is instant. You don't have to wait. And they have no policy as far as I know, unless it's illegal, right? But like if you're buying legal shit, they don't care.
Right, exactly. Yeah, if it's legal, it's being sold in a store. I mean, in which case it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Illegal merchandise, you can't just go to a store and buy. It'd be black market stuff, cash only, right? Generally.
I don't know.
Unless you get it on Facebook Market somehow.
I don't know, but I assume yes. All right, so let's talk about Anita Sarkeesian and where she fits in all this. Now, I've made the post, and the reason I made the post is because I knew that she will show up. I had this feeling that the grifter of all grifters, the mother of all grifters, is not going to sit this one out.
Okay.
And so we got it. We got it today, right? Like, first of all, let me read my post. I think I said it's time, feminist frequency. You know, do you not hear the calls? Let's join forces against the cisgender heteronormative payment processors. And yay and behold, like 2 days later, she has arrived. She manifested herself. And of course she's grifting. She's actually promoting a book. Let me put it on the screen. I'll give you a link as well. Here we go. And I'll put it up. Chat, I hope you can see it, but it says here, I really hope someone starts a counter campaign to fight this regressive puritanical nonsense. There are way more people who want to buy and support sex work and sexual materials. Or at the very least, don't think they should be banned. She posted this on Pedosky. I gotta say, I respect the grift. You know, like, look, if you want the proper grifter, might as well go for the best. Like, if I wanted to hire someone, mercenaries they're called, right? Like when you go to war, you hire the mercenary. You know, they desert you at the first time, like the first time that they're losing. But fuck, if you're winning, you know, you need to have mercenaries. If I'm hiring grifters, may as well be quality grifters.
She is top of the top, man. She believes her own lies. That's the thing.
I don't know if she does. I would need to speak with someone from behind the scenes that actually knew her in order to know what she's like. I don't think she's like that. I think she just doesn't give a shit. I think, like, she's the type of Eastern European woman that just comes in and it's like, all right, what's the gig? What do I need to do? Like, tell me. Right?
Yeah.
And that's it. And then she's like, what's my cut? How much am I getting?
Good for her. At least she knows the grift. She's just working at it. Yeah. So that's, it was over on freaking Blue Cry.
People are saying she's responsible for destroying the gaming industry. Look, I understand. But that's why it's so fucking funny. That's why it's so fucking fun, like, to see Anita Sarkeesian just going in there, going on the payment processors and shaming them. Shaming them. How dare you? And, like, and the press has to talk about it. See, this is the thing that I actually think she's an asset. Well, in reality, she isn't, because let's face it, she's a has-been. Like she probably has maybe like 5 or 10 subscribers. She's not going to make any difference. And I don't even think she's joining the fight. But if she was serious and she actually did join, the reason it's really easy for payment processors to call, you know, everyone that's against them to be called rape apologist or whatever. Like, there was a guy that actually called Visa and MasterCard, and he claims that the Visa representative called him a rapist, right? And the mainstream media can easily dismiss you. You're just some sick gooners on the internet that are upset that your porn games are stolen. That's what they frame it as. They can't frame it like that with Anita Sarkeesian. They simply fucking can't. Right?
Well, I missed her. I don't know if you missed her. Like, can we just get her back? Like, yeah, exactly. Like, this is like the content we need. This is like who we need. Like, come on, just please try to join this, please. Like, just go hand in hand with Mercante. Just become friends. And Anna Valens, the 3 of them.
I want to see that. I will donate to that fucking stream. That is, oh my god.
The freaking hydra of a
I
stream.
will get so
that would
much
be.
fucking hate. Like, the chat will absolutely despise me, but you know what? After a decade of serving the cause, I deserve just one stream. Just
Yes,
one fucking stream. I fucking deserve it. You guys know it. I've been here since the day one. I've done everything. Just let me have this.
Just them just agreeing with each other, just glazing each other up the whole time. Yup.
Can you imagine if Miss Savvy and Kirsha would be on that stream? Like, you'd have all 5 of them talking about payment processors and shit.
Oh, put them in there? Oh, Jesus.
Can you imagine Anita Sarkeesian being, it's like, yeah, so like I was doing my grift, you know, it was like $1 million and Macintosh took it and then the payment processors kicked in and it's like, fuck me. I bet BlackRock is involved controlling from the shadows. It's almost impossible for BlackRock not to be involved because they have like what, like 80% in everything?
Yeah, dude, it's kind of ridiculous. They've got their hands in everything. They're just driving the bus, and we have no idea it's happening.
You can go into a pissoir in a subway station, and you can bet that BlackRock had something to do with the erection of that pissoir.
Absolutely. They had something to do with the homeless guy in there, too. They had a little something to do with everything.
Do you think Anita is from the UK?
What's this?
Do you think Anita is in the UK?
Do I think what in the UK?
Anita Sarkeesian, do you think she's from the UK?
No, I don't think so.
So
Is
she
she?
can see the protests.
Yeah, she'd be able to see her if she's not from the UK, yeah. If you're from there, you can't.
Yeah, no, I got the shit as well. I was actually really pissed off at Sargon. I asked him to unfuck my internet. I got the British safety this morning, you know? Like, I went on Twitter, and I clicking, and it's like, due to regional laws, you're not allowed to see this. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I opened my other account, because, like, I have an old account, and the old account, it means that I don't have to dox myself. Because it's old enough so that they know I'm of age. And so... yeah, and so, like, I'm looking at it, and it's just, like, political commentary. I'm like, oh, is this what British people jerk off to? You know, like, protests against mass migration? Like, I mean, I get it, you know, at some level, I kind of understand, but...
Yeah, I think that's kind of their thing. They like that. I mean, like, yeah, so you're viewing it through, a VPN from there?
No. I just have... 2 accounts, right? So, like, one account, I need to dox myself.
I see.
The other account works just fine. Because, like, if you created an account back when your grandma was in diapers, then, yeah, like, Twitter assumes
they know you're old enough.
Yeah, you're old enough, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're getting some of the region blocked stuff over where you are?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because
it's just spreading like a virus over there.
Yes, it's because the European Union is planning to pass another legislation.
The whole EU. They're just prepping and doing it early.
Yeah, so like Elon Musk is like, well, may as well beta test the fucking program, you know? Because like, if there's something wrong with it, I just get fucked by Ofcom. But if something is wrong with it in the future, I'll get fucked by Ofcom and by the European Union. This is actually, hold on a little bit. Holy shit, like, people don't understand how bad this is. Okay, so you're running a website from the United States, right? If you fuck with Ofcom, they can fine you 10% of your global earnings.
Jesus.
Now, when the European Union comes up, if you fuck with the EU Digital Service Act, you get probably another fine. And when Australia comes up, you're going to get fined from them as well. So, like, the idea is that you can just be destroyed. Like, imagine that you're a business.
Quickly, yeah.
Yeah, and you get fined by all these 3 entities. And you get fined like probably like 30% of your global, you're fucked. Like, you're done.
Yep. Yeah, running any kind of social media or anything with all the laws of all the different countries has to be the biggest headache in the world, dude. Like, is it even worth it? You just need so many people to deal with it and be on top of it. That's why they employ the AI, and the AI sucks at dealing with it too.
Well, this is why we used to have like the golden age of the internet, where there were like new social media websites every single day. It's because, like, back then, you know, you made the website and it's there. You know, you don't need to moderate it. You don't need to do jack shit. Like, the only thing you needed was to make sure that no one DDoSes you and that there's a security there in order to make sure that no one impersonates the admins. And that's that, you know? Nowadays,
the Wild West.
Yeah. Nowadays, you know, you need moderation, safety. Then you get, like, um, all of these government entities now, and the
Yep.
payment processors and everything. And so you end up with a situation where, like, Gab, for instance, had to region block the UK. Kiwi Farms had to region block the UK. 4chan had to region block the UK. And they're probably going to have to region block the European Union as well.
Gosh, yeah, So once the government and the payment processors and whoever else gets their little fingers and everything, it all just goes to shit. We need a new internet. That's what we need.
Move the assets out of the UK and the European Union, and they pay no fines. It's not so simple, man. Like, first of all, the United Kingdom, right, is one of the G7. It's still a big nation. And it has actual contracts with the United States, right? So, like, the contract is like, if a citizen of the United States owes money to Britain, the United States government can force you so that Britain collects. And if a citizen of Britain owes money to the United States, the same applies, right? So, like, basically what they can do, depending on the legislation and what you did, they can actually sue you in the United States by a U.S. judge. The U.S. government collects your assets and then sends them to the UK.
That is wild. Imagine how much money the VPN CEOs are making right now.
Probably
a lot, yeah. In the dough.
Oh, like I know people that invested in shares in VPNs.
I was about to invest in VPNs now. Maybe it's a little late, but the VU's coming.
I was sure they're not going to ban them. Like, they actually spoke, and they came to the decision that they're not going to ban the VPNs. But the very fact that they considered it.
Yeah, they're going to do it sometime. They've only considered it once. They're going to consider it again.
No, they're probably going to regulate the VPNs to the point where it doesn't matter.
Probably.
Right? So, like,
yeah.
They do that in China. Like, in China, you can use VPNs, but only the ones approved by the government, and those are, like, very strictly regulated. And so,
yeah, they had a lot of that VPN stuff going on, and they had, like, the satellite dishes too in China for a while there, and they regulated all that shit.
Yeah. To be honest, like, I guess China was on the right side of history. Like, nothing they did is wrong. They had a model of governance far more forward-thinking than the West. Like, I mean,
yeah, they're way ahead of the curve.
Yeah, if we're copying their model, like, can we complain?
I guess, right? We're going down the same road.
Yeah, I mean, they banned pornography.
They must have been right.
Yeah, they banned pornography. They forced people to show their face whenever they use the internet. Like,
they get social systems, so that's what I was gonna say. With the UK and all that EU stuff going on with the faces login, I mean, how long before there's a social system in place? The social points.
They don't need that, but, like, what they can do is the CBDC. It already has that in mind.
Yeah, you think?
To be fair, though, like, the social point system from China, I think it's a little bit overblown. I spoke with Chinese people. You can find them on the internet. And different Chinese people told me the same. Now, initially I thought, okay, well, maybe they're lying to me because, like, they can't say the truth, right? Like, maybe their regime is...
Yeah, right.
But then one of them made an argument so solid that I couldn't debunk it. And they said, it's like, look, V, we're 1.5 billions. It's physically impossible for the government to maintain such a system on 1.5 billion. Does it exist in some cities, in some places? Yes. Is it outrolled to the entire Chinese? No.
No.
And so it's like, okay.
Just the big areas, like the high density areas.
I think so. Yeah. Like, I think it's the places where they're having, like, upper middle class people where they expect dissent.
I see. Well, once they start implementing AI, it'll all start taking care of itself.
Even that, like, the thing with AI is it costs a lot of electricity to use.
It does.
So you need to build, like, 4 or 5 nuclear power plants for an AI of that scale to, like, supervise 1.5 billion people.
I wouldn't put it above them.
V, would it be possible for you to do a video on teaching Westerners how to survive communism since this seems inevitable? Know how to pick your battles, I guess. Focus on your family more. You know, stop focusing on the grand scheme of things. Just make sure that you and your family are fine and stay ahead of the trend. Like, for instance, the trend now is if you have a kid, getting to become a plumber. I'm not kidding. Either a plumber or a trucker.
Something useful, right? It's going to be needed.
Yeah, something
no matter what.
Yeah, like if you leave your country, you can still do it.
Yep.
And you don't
something AI can't do.
Yeah,
can't be replaced.
Exactly. I don't think, like, truck companies will ever hire AI trucks because, like, they don't have responsibility. Like, if you're a trucker and you crash the truck, you're responsible. If the company
big
hires
time.
an AI and the AI crashes the truck, the company is responsible. So I think like in that situation, like human truckers are actually cheaper.
Yeah, that might be right.
Anyway, right? Like what's on your corner of the internet? Like I know you're in a different circle than my own.
Well, it's not too different. I'm in the gaming area, working
Yeah.
on gaming stuff. I was watching you felt JDA a little bit. That was fun. Good time.
My opinion about JDA is that the bad knows what he is doing. He's a complete grifter. And
totally.
he's just being as antagonistic as possible. He's being a chicken little shit online, trying to piss off as many people as humanly possible in order to direct traffic to his website.
Or his books.
Or his books.
His never-ending list of books that he totally writes himself.
Mm-hmm. And I want to help. Like, the thing is, I've been told to stop talking with him because, like, I'm giving him what he wants. And I'm like,
oh, yeah, true.
But I want him to grow. Like, it's good engagement.
Yeah.
It makes for good content, And so, the thing that he does, like, he goes out of his way to be antagonistic, and then he baits you into his timeline so that he can get some retweets and clicks. I get it. Look, I'm a YouTuber. I grew like everyone else. I know the game. But, my brother in Christ, when you're getting like 3 or 4 likes, is it worth it?
Right.
Stop being a chicken little shit. Stop being antagonistic. Start making friends with people. Start genuinely like forming connections. Stop thinking you're the alpha and the fucking omega. And just do what I'm doing. Look, I'm collabing with Viper here. We're chilling. We're having fun. You don't need to, yeah. You don't need to start like going out of your way to be antagonistic. Every single time I hear him, it's like, oh, ban this, ban that. Oh, that needs to be banned. We need to ban. And then he has like an entire fucking posse of people posting furry pornography of the homosexual variety on his timeline, and I need to get to see that shit. I'm a self-recovering furry. I'm a self-recovering furry. Like, I gave it up. Fucking gave it up. And every time Jay-Z comes, it's like bringing in the entire drug brigade onto my screen.
It's true. Yeah, every time he gets mentioned, in comes the Lucarios.
Lucarios, it's like a fucking train, man. Like, the Lucarios are running train on that guy. And it's like, dude, like, just stop it. He posts on my timeline, and when I click on it, I go into the replies, I scroll down, and it's like just an army of Lucarios.
There they are. Every time. It's true.
If I become a furry again, I will blame him. Do you think Jesus will be upset if he does that? Right? Like, allegedly, like, he wants to ban pornography to save my soul. Like, he's that compassionate. And so it's like, look.
He's very compassionate.
He's very compassionate. But, like, if everywhere you go, you bring pornography with you. I'm just saying, like, you're the harbinger of sin. The herald. And fucking Galactus, Like, he's like the Silver Surfer, and Galactus is the porn that follows him. See, I speak his language. I read comic books.
Yeah, there you go. You're on it, man. He's like, yeah, man, he's speaking my language.
Yeah. So yeah, as we were saying, like besides him, what else is going in the gaming world?
The other stuff was like that whole VShojo situation. You up on that? The VTubers and wow.
Did it come out? Because I told my chat that you're going to see something amazing in the next couple of weeks, but the whole payment processor thing came up, and like
it's kind of overshadowing a lot, right?
So I think I can say it now because I think it must have come out. But I was hearing from behind closed doors, and this is like way before the actual controversy, because I speak with community managers that talk with other community managers and artists and stuff. And apparently, like, one of the girls was shagging the CEO.
Oh well, there we go. Is it the one that stuck around?
It's the
that
one.
Would make sense.
It's the one that made a video where she's the only one that didn't say that the company owes her body.
This must be the last one, the one that stuck around, wouldn't leave. That's just my guess, because there was one, I'm like, why is she staying? Like, she's like, I'm thinking about it for like 2 days, and then VShojo shuts down, so she left. Or didn't have a job, or whatever.
Look.
So I was like, this is weird. Why did she stay? This is so strange.
She didn't do nothing. Like, she did nothing wrong. Like, she didn't
good
know.
For her.
Yeah, good for her. Yeah.
But that would be why she stuck around.
Probably.
Because she was shagging the CEO, man.
Shagging the CEO, yeah.
I mean, when you got a CEO, you stick around. Like that one that got caught at the Coldplay concert. That lady's trying to stick around. Got to get her CEO money.
And apparently, like, there was another one that was also shagging some of the staff. And, okay, so, like, basically, apparently what happened is that they got money from investors. And,
It was fruit, they're saying.
Yeah.
That is the one that stuck around.
The way that they make money, the way that the business works is that first you need to pay the staff, and then you get to pay the talent. Because the talent is not staff, they're contractors, right? And so they wasted a lot of the money, and then they were waiting for a new investor to pop up. So they really mismanaged the business side of things, but they also mismanaged the human side of things, right? Like when you're in an idol agency, like you know that you're going to deal with girls that are extremely emotional, that are extremely vulnerable and volatile, right? So like when you have a woman that gets swatted, you need to show some fucking compassion, man. Like, come on, like hire some fucking human beings. Don't hire leftists there. Like hire someone that actually, goes out and talks with other people so that at least he has like some emotional IQ to deal with such a situation. Don't go to some chick that gets harassed on the internet because she wants to play a video game and you call her a problem and a damage to the brand and all of that shit when she's crying. Just like have some human compassion. Like you can still, like if I was the manager and corporate is telling me, dude, get this chick to stop playing the game. I would be like, okay, listen. I know you want to play the game. I really do. No, I do. But like, you're dragging all of these weirdos and schizos on our ass. And it's not just you, but it's your gen mates. It's other people, It is what it is. I get it. Like, if you want to play that game, wait 1 month, and then fucking play it. It's like, come on. I'm willing to bet she wouldn't have fucking cried if I told it to her like that, right?
Yeah, a little better. Yeah, a little better than that.
Right?
And hey, you're just damaging the brand. And of course, like on top of that, it caused such a fallout inside. They all started fighting with each other. And that fruit one, which is the one who stuck around, the one banging the CEO, was attacking the Silver Veil big time. Like, it was a major problem, so.
Isn't that like something that happened in the World of Warcraft guild? Like, you would have a woman joining, and immediately the guild master makes her an officer, and they're, like, getting jiggly with it. And the woman then starts attacking, like, viciously attacks any other woman. Like, viciously, like, zeroes in. Whenever there's another girl in the guild.
That's very guildy. Yep.
Did you experience that?
Where do you think they learned it from? I have seen things like that go down. Yeah. Like, wow, what? She's new. Okay. She's getting your stuff, and I'm not. And we're all getting kicked out, and there's fighting. It's like, oh, thanks for bringing this chick in here.
Did the CEO on Case on Stream say the body was available? I wouldn't trust anything that happened on Case on Stream. Like, look, put yourself in the CEO's position, right? You're on the fucking spot. There's 3 million people watching. Anything you say can get you fired. Not fired, sorry.
Yeah.
Sued. Like, you know that anything you say can get you sued. The only thing you're going to say is probably, hey. That's it. That's all you're going to say. So, no, I think, like, he was placed under insane duress. I'm not saying that it's not possible that what he said is true. But, like, when you extract a confession under this level of duress, I press X to doubt on its validity. But no, seriously, like, imagine this, right? Like, if you're being grilled all of a sudden, like, you're not used to the attention, and now you're in front of 3 million people on a stream, right? You know that the media is going to write about it. You know that everything you say is going to be recorded. You know that you can get sued. How are you going to say? Like, are you going to have an honest conversation?
It's gonna be tough. I mean, that's why the host got to butter you up good, get you all comfortable. You just start spitting facts.
To be honest, I don't even know why he was there. I think like why he was there is because like he thought that by some miracle he can convince her to stay in VShojo. And so like maybe that's why he said the body is there in order to try and convince her. Look, it's going to be okay. You're going to be paid.
Yeah.
What other reason would he have to be there?
I don't know. Maybe just to convince. That would. I'd have to see it again. Yeah, I have to see it again.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw it. It's like, wait, she got who on the stream? Like, is he retarded? It's like, no sane person in the middle of a controversy when you're literally supposed to shut the fuck up would decide to go there and expose themselves to the public.
Yeah, that's really a bad time to talk. Agreed. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to do the interview.
Yeah, of course. It's like, I'm going to quit. Well, No, I mean, I would say like, look, I'm not going to do it in front of 4 million people. Like, I'm not the.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm not a camera person. Like, if you want, we can talk about it in private. If not, it is what it is.
I mean, at that point, they're looking at every move you make. Did he blink weird? You look off one way. I mean, everything's just being cataloged.
Yeah.
No escape.
All right, let's see what other news we got. China released a new game. Did you see that? No one talked about it. Like, go on.
Are we talking about Wu Chang?
Wushang.
Yeah, I've been playing it. Excellent.
Is it good?
I'm liking it. I like it a lot. I didn't have any of the so I have it on PC, but I didn't have any of the problems.
Because I'm looking at the reviews and I'm worried. It's not that I wouldn't like the game. It's just that everyone is saying it doesn't work.
So I just kind of wonder if people are trying to run it too high. Like, you know, they might have bought a game 5 years ago they can run on high or ultra, and they're just trying to do the same thing still with modern games when it's just the lighting and all that stuff. It's just you can't. Like you have an older card. Like I have a 3080, not brand new. I'm not running on ultra or extreme. I'm not dumb. Like there's some things that are gonna kill it. So I just put it on high. It's good and it runs great. No problems.
So how would you compare it to Wukong?
Wukong is a better game.
What
like
about
it's
Stellar
just so
Blade?
much more. It's well, Stellar Blade is it's not so much a Souls like. I don't think really. It's just so much more higher pace. Like I really like the speed of Stellar Blade. Like that is like, I like that speed type of game. Wu Chang is definitely like quicker. It's kind of like Wukong in that way, where it's like a little quicker versus like Elden Ring, where it's like more slow and like determined. But one of the things I noticed like with Wu Chang, like once you really start understanding your abilities and be able to switch up to them, like use your magic and stuff, it makes a lot more sense. If you're here and just trying to do combos, you'll accidentally do other things. You're like, what's happening? You really have to like understand your build a little bit more, I think, than Wukong.
Isn't it cool that like these Chinese games, they're unique? Because like all the Western games are over the shoulder, The Last of Us 2 clones.
Yeah, and they're just like walking sims with the cinematics. And with like Wu Chang, there's not a lot of cinematics. There's a few, but it's mostly the game. You're playing the game, and you're trying to figure out how to beat a boss or this freaking annoying dude in full plate armor that's in your way, but he's next to a cloud of corruption, and you're like, okay, I have to learn to avoid that stupid cloud of corruption. And yeah, I mean, the game's really solid. I like it a lot. Some people complain about it. They're like Souls-like people.
What's the story about?
So the story is, so there's the feathering, which is like this illness that once you catch these feathers, like it's a plague kind of thing, you'll start growing feathers. You'll go mad, lose your mind. Your character has it, but she is able to control it and use its power. So she becomes more powerful as she progresses through the feathering versus losing your mind.
And so you have to find an antidote?
I don't know exactly. I haven't gotten through the end, so I don't know if I'm finding an antidote or what, or just becoming one with the feathering, or I don't know what the end goal is. You're trying to find someone and kill them, but I don't know if that's gonna solve the feathering. I don't know what we're actually trying to do with that.
Is it like a nice game when it comes to making you feel emotions? Like for instance, Nier Automata like makes you feel a lot of stuff, especially.
It is not going to touch your. It's not going to touch your heart.
No.
It's going to touch your like you get her dressed up in something nice. Might touch something else.
I see.
A little bit, but the actual like the actual game itself is. I know I'm enjoying it. It's pretty good. I think Stellar Blade is like a more smooth game. Like it just seems like more of a smooth actual like gameplay and all that. Story wise, I'd say Wu Chang's a little more stronger than Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade didn't have a whole lot of story. I mean, it was all right, but
kind of surprising because like Nikkei has really amazing story.
Nikkei in Stellar Blade?
Yeah, Nikkei and Stellar Blade are from the same company, and Nikkei is story heavy, while
Stellar Blade wasn't. Yeah, they said Stellar Blade 2. They're gonna lean harder on the story too. A little darker. I think that could be a good mix.
So there's another game that came and nobody talked about it. The one with Pecora, Death Stranding 2.
Mm,
Like it came, I
yeah,
didn't even see commercials. I still didn't care. I really hated the first one. Have you played it?
I have not. I have like no care to play that. Like that first game, I was like, yeah.
What's so
It's
fucking weird,
same.
right? Like it's Kojima,
I don't
Kojima,
care about Kojima games. Why do people care so
Kojima.
much? The story, I don't care. Like the game itself it's a walking. We just talked about this. It's a walking simulator.
The thing with Kojima
Or
is that back in the day, he actually made like like when it was the console era. And he made like
yes.
that game where it's like an evil character. It's like, put your console on the ground and I will make it move. And then he makes it move. And I think like that's what fucking sold it.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Which game is that? Which one was this?
Metal Gear Solid. I don't know if it was like 2 or 3.
You had to put the control in the game? I remember there was one where you had to put the control in the second port and fight.
No. Listen.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
There was like this enemy, right? And he had telekinesis.
Oh, okay.
Right. And he asks you to put the controller on the ground.
Mm.
Right. So you put the controller on the ground. And the guy reaches his hand towards the screen. And the controller starts vibrating and it moves towards him.
Oh, okay. That's wild. No, I've never seen that happen. Never did that.
Yeah. And so people were really I mean, come on, like, dude, imagine this, right?
Little
like
things like that's cool.
Yeah,
like,
you're
that's
13,
very...
right? Like you're 13 and you
Yes.
don't have like the same level of technology that we do now. Like what you have is fucking
Right.
Mario and maybe some what video games were there? Just Jackrabbit and shit, right? And you
It's
have
just
like
little platformers.
well,
Yeah.
little problem, right? And this amazing graphics with this villain. It's like, oh, he makes the magic, and then he's like pulling your controller towards him. You're like, holy fuck, that's Look, the chat remembers.
Yeah, so it is Psycho Mantis. You had to switch ports and put it on the ground?
Yes,
I don't remember having to put it on the ground.
I think like
That
the idea
maybe I
was
didn't
to,
actually. Maybe I didn't actually do it. Maybe I didn't actually do it.
I think the idea was to get you to understand that like you can actually use the controller in different ways to cheese the boss. Yeah. Psycho Mantis was his name. Yeah. He
That's
would
right. You
also
could look in the
at your
memory card.
card and say you like such and such in a specific game. I see. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's really creative. It's a creative way to use the console. So that got him a lot of. Yeah. He earned that. But I just feel like the later games, I don't care. I don't need to see Norman Reedus in like high def. I'll go watch Walking Dead reruns.
No, you need Norman Reedus to get past the age verification on this card.
I do. That's right.
Oh my god! Can you imagine?
You want to use Discord?
Right. So the moment that the Digital Safety Act, the Online Safety Bill passed, right, in UK. What kids found out that if you put Norman Reedus on the screen and you make him open his mouth, you get to bypass the age verification.
Yeah. Yeah, you had to open your mouth and close it, right? And they could do it. Yeah, I did see this. Absolutely wild.
Wouldn't it be funny if like the only reason this game sells is because kids want Norman Reedus?
And then like Discord patches it out, and then Norman Reedus's actual Discord stops working because his face has been patched out of Discord.
Why wouldn't they just find like another character, right?
Yeah.
You're referring to the Psycho Mantis battle from Metal Gear Solid, where he read your memory card and could tell which Konami games you had saved.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
It is. What was it like? Like there are a lot of games that fuck with your save files. Like I remember there was the Nier Automata one, right? Like it just deletes your entire save list.
It would delete it, right?
Yeah. Like if you finish the game, I think you have an option, and if you click it just deletes every single save you have.
Damn, that's pretty messed up. Pretty messed up thing to have.
I should actually do that in my game. Like, if you do something bad, it just, like, deletes all of your save list. The thing is, like, if you did that back in 2012, the players would find it annoying, but they would still play, you know? If you do it now, people just stop playing the game.
They're like, oh, I can't take it. Like, but the kids now, these kids, they don't know how good they got it, man. They didn't have to survive through Battletoads and having 5 lives for an entire game. They didn't have to live through that.
What the fuck are kids playing now? Like, do you have a kid?
I have 3 kids.
Okay,
They
what are
all
they
play,
playing?
well, the younger ones, they like Roblox,
Jesus.
of course, because there's like all these stupid freaking games. I mean, there's some interesting games in there about Roblox, yeah. But my oldest, I mean, he's 15. He's in there playing freaking Rainbow Six Siege and stuff and Rust.
With the LGBT squad. Don't you have like a no seriously? Don't you have like a guy in a wheelchair in that game?
Yeah, there's someone in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yes, and they have like an android or something with them or something like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm telling you, no, it is the rainbow game. It is the LGBT game. Like the thing with Siege,
Absolutely.
like when it came out, it was so fucking mind blowing. Like
It was great.
Yeah, it was kind of like Counter-Strike, but you can actually fire through the walls, and it does damage to the environment, and it was just so fucking cool, right?
I was actually at the launch party in LA.
Really?
I was there.
Holy
Yep.
shit! Did you get
they
like a
flew me out.
signature? Did you get that?
I didn't get any signatures. I played the game early, and then I like had like stuff up on my channel and everything. Yeah.
It was so
Pretty
fucking
sweet.
cool, right?
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah, and then I'm looking at it, and it's like more and more woke. It's like, oh, we got rainbow flags and trans flags. Is it the one with the trans bullets?
That's Call of Duty.
That's Call of Duty. Fuck. Okay.
Call of Duty did that. They're like, oh, let's put the. It's like, wow, what are you doing? 41%ing every one of the like.
It is not
Christ.
cool. Yeah.
It's not a good one, bro.
Not a good look. That's
Yeah,
that,
and then what's
like,
happening
that's
in
a
the
big
schools?
yikes.
Stop. Yikes.
Zlixian, I beat Battletoads, NES and SNES. Apparently they made a remake of Battletoads and they desexualized the chick.
They did, yep. They did remake Battletoads. They made it a little easier to play that with my kid. I'm like, you can play this, it's too easy.
Okay, so like Roblox, we got Siege. Anything else?
Yeah. Let's see what else. Once in a while they'll fire up like a Mario game, but generally that won't keep their interest. It's Roblox, Minecraft for the little ones, and then yeah, Siege and Rust for the oldest. Those are the big ones.
You know what's so fucking sad about why you're telling me, and the reason I asked is because these are the games from like last decade. Like
I know.
you're literally
Nothing has
telling me
changed.
that nothing has come out
No.
within a decade. That's holy shit. That's really sad.
Dude, the only other 2 games that kept my oldest, like he's the one who really plays like games that are older. The only other 2 that really kept his interest for any amount of time was Dark and Darker, which he still plays on occasion.
Never heard
which
of
is
it.
pretty solid. Oh, okay. That's like Tarkov. It's like that, but it's medieval. And you're like going to dungeons, you go deeper in the dungeon, you get loot and try to escape and things like that, and there's other people there. It's actually really good. It did get delisted though, I think, on Steam for a while there because there were some borrowed assets or some issue or a lawsuit or
the
something
MCA
like
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some garbage. I don't know what the status is with that. And then the other one is Sons of the Forest. That's a solid game. Solid survival. If you know what the Forest is, it's the second one.
I do know what the Forest is. I've never played the second one though. I
That
found
one's really good. I think they did a
Forest,
good job building
the
on it.
Forest was kind of annoying because like you would build fortifications and then they would just send waves after waves after waves and you couldn't win. And like the whole idea was
Yeah,
to
I
keep
feel
moving.
like they fixed that in the Forest too, and I feel like there's like NPCs that can help you, and there's one that you're trying to figure out a puzzle, and I feel like the whole island and the AI in the NPC system with the enemies, I feel like it's much more improved. It's good. And it has a really kind of neat ending, and it can change depending on who's alive and things like that.
That's actually interesting, yeah. But yeah, no, like I'm actually disappointed that this is what you're saying, because the way I'm thinking I'm going to raise my kid is that I'm going to download all the DOS games, and when he is 7 or 9, I'm just going to give him a laptop with no internet connection and getting to play Prince of Persia and getting to play Aladdin from Disney and all the games.
Get him to learn how to program on QBasic.
QBasic?
QBasic, the old, like you could do like the little monkey and you could like throw the bananas at the monkey.
I'm not going to stop.
You're like punching the. Oh, you used to punch in the angle and like the velocity and try to hit the monkey.
No, I'd never played.
But
those
then you
games.
could. Oh no, they're just blocks games, like little blocks, but you could like make designs, but you could program it. And you could program your own little games in there.
Let's actually
I used to do that.
No,
back in the day.
I'll just get like the DOS games, and I'm thinking of getting like the old TV shows with Stargate and Xena and shit. You know, like what I
Oh,
watched.
okay.
And I'm going to get him to watch that. Assuming like nothing changes by the time he grows up, right? Because like maybe the culture will spring back. You know, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
2014.
Yeah, get him on Family Matters.
2014, the year that changed everything. Anyway, right. Thank you so much for coming here. Can you tell the chat where your channel is?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I am JayViper on YouTube and JayViper TV on X. Pretty active on X. I do a show every Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, and Sundays 10 p.m. And then, of course, I have videos going out throughout the week.
Okay.
But yeah, swing on by.
If you invite me, I will. Depends on what time is it here, because I don't really know.
Yeah, it's literally like I would start in 5 minutes if it was Thursday.
Oh, then I think I can. Right. Not this
Yeah,
Thursday, because I have to do with Aiden something. Right. I'll be
Yeah, no
on
problem.
Aiden Paladin.
We'll set something up. We'll get you over there.
Yeah. Thank you for being here.